everybody, my name is Sid. Welcome to my channel and welcome back to the 3 active subscribers I have. Today is a very fun day. Today is July 1st, which means that the entire month of June is over. There wasn't much I did in June that really sticks out. Anyways, I'm gonna have an aneurysm trying to remember what I did in June, but I am aware of the media I consumed in June, and that's what this video is. So if you look back into my channel and some of the videos I've done, I did maybe like 2 or 3 wrap-up videos when I was still just focused on BookTube. And what that is like you sit down and you wrap up the books you read throughout the month. Rocket science, I know it's a hard concept to grasp, but stay with me. So I decided what I would do is I would resurge that point in my life, but I would make it not just about books, but about like movies and like, I almost said films, about like movies and TV shows and books, just any media I consume throughout the month, just so I can kind of recap it, say what I liked, what I maybe didn't like. So yeah, that's what this video is. I'm not gonna go too far into it because I will just keep talking and not making any sense. So honestly, let's just get started. Thanks for clicking on this video. This is a pretty big moment for me. I picked up the first book of 2021. Not the first book like released in 21, but my first book of 2021. I have a goal on Goodreads to read 30 books. I'm probably gonna go in and change that after this video because I cannot see myself finishing 30 books this year. But I was lucky to finish 1. And that one is Concrete Rose by Angie Thomas. If you're familiar with Angie Thomas, you know that she wrote The Hate U Give, and Concrete Rose is actually the prequel to The Hate U Give. I'm pretty sure this book came out in January 2021, so I'm kind of late to the game, but it was honestly everything I expected and more. Angie Thomas always does a great job. I love The Hate U Give, and Concrete Rose really does hold its own. Let me start by saying that the book is about Maverick, who is Star's dad, and it's about him at 17 years old, and it's kind of crazy just how much like his life parallels to Star's. It was something I didn't know I needed, and it was something that I greatly appreciate, because what I realized is that when I watched the Hate U Give movie, I was a little sad that they took out so much about the dad. I feel like Maverick was a big part of the Hate U Give, and the fact that like he was in the movie obviously, but he just didn't, a lot of his plot was shaved down to like make time for talking about Star and like focusing on the movement and everything. So having a book dedicated to his life was really interesting and just heartfelt and great. I laughed, I teared up, I did all the emotions that you could go through. It's a quick read, it's an easy read, it's easy to digest in the sense that it's so well written. Some of the source material might be a little hard to process, but overall 10 out of 10, do recommend. And I feel like this book has, you know, brought me out of my reading slump a little bit. I'm looking to read more books. Obviously. I have 4 songs that I feel like were on repeat the entire time. Besides the Sour album, I was gonna make an entire video about the Sour album. I'm over this myself. I'm anxious and nothing can help. And I wish I'd done this before. And I wish people liked me more. All I did was try my best. Guess you didn't cheat, but you're still a traitor. Period. So good. And I just kind of ran out of time and people weren't talking about it as much, and I was like, you know, what more can I say? Everything that could be said has been said. The album is amazing. Here it is. There's me giving you my information on the Sour album. That's all the video would have been. 15 minutes of me doing just what you saw. So these 4, no, not 4. 2, 3, 4, 5. whole hand. These 5 songs have been playing constantly when I'm in the car, in my headphones, when I'm walking on the treadmill, just any and every time I turn on music, one of these 5 songs are playing. The first one, obviously, we have to acknowledge Meg Thee Stallion. I feel like that's my entire channel. Obviously, we have to acknowledge Meg Thee Stallion. She came out with some words that aren't family friendly, but I enjoy the song, I will say. I'm pretty sure everybody enjoys the song. It's already on TikTok, like, I love this song. I love the music video. And I just had an all-around great time looking into it. It's just like, the premise is simple. The lyrics are, you know, they flow. They're great. Amazing job. Like, no notes. Pen is still capped. It's just a lot of fun. We have a lot of laughs. Meg Thee Stallion did her thing at the BET Awards. Made us all proud, and I'm proud of her for this song. Repping Houston, Texas. The next song is Denim Jacket by Sammy Ray and the Friends. Now, underrated bop. Underrated bop. Look at me. Underrated bop. This song is amazing. I can't recommend it enough. I first heard it, I want to say it was like November last year, 2020. And my friend played it on a drive, and I thought it was so good, but like I never really came across it again. It was just something that in the moment I was like, yes, like this song is everything. And then I forgot about it. And then this month I found a screenshot I took of when I like Shazammed the song on Snapchat, and I've been playing it ever since. I have to listen to it every day. I can't function without it. The music video is amazing. I just love, it's so unique also. I feel like we don't get a lot of songs that are of this genre in these times, in these troubling times. It's just been a while since I've heard a song that's just like so simple yet so like catchy and boppy, and it just, I can't even describe it. It's for all the people who are like, you know, a little nervous about going out and then they just throw on their denim jacket. I know from personal experience, jackets make me feel more comfortable. Hoodies make me feel more comfortable. Sweatshirts make me feel comfortable. And it's like, I got my bulletproof denim jacket. Oh, oh. And real instruments. Like, I feel like we don't have enough songs that are just like instruments and a band and just like percussion and all of it. So it's a very refreshing song, and I hope you go check it out because it really deserves all the hype it can get. The next song is called No Love for the Ville by Yasmina. I hope that's how you pronounce her name. I'm praying that's how you pronounce her name. When I first heard this song, I thought we were listening to something that was Ari Lennox adjacent, her adjacent. I was looking into the artist thinking, I'm gonna find someone who has millions and millions of followers. I'm prepared to stand that person, join the wave. But then I looked her up, and turns out she's in college like I am. And I'm pretty sure she like just started college. Like she's about to start college this year. So I'm older than her, I think. And I'm mad because I know she's gonna take off. This song is just so like, I would say that you can play it, like light a candle, sit down, paint your toenails, don't watch a movie while you're listening to the song. Just do whatever relaxes you and put this song on, and it's just so vibey. There we go. It's vibey. If you like Chloe and Halle, if you like Ari Lennox, if you like her, listen to this song. It'll be a new bop. And I'm pretty sure she has more songs. I think this album is an EP. This album is an EP. Yep. I'm pretty sure this is an EP. I have to listen to the rest of it because I can't explain. It clears your skin, honestly. I know it doesn't look like it, but for the moments you're listening, your skin is clear. And so the next 2 songs, yes, I combined them because they're by the same artist or artist. And that is Bang Bang and Finesse. Not the Bang Bang and Finesse we all know. No, no, no. The arrangement of SoCal vocals. They did their thing with that. Period. That's all I have to say, really. Because if you watch Pitch Perfect and you were like, I love acapella, you'll love these songs. Oh, that's how I figured out who they were, because I watched, oh my gosh, I'm so sad I'll never find the show again, probably. Maybe I'll look it up after I finish this video. But it was about acapella groups in college, and I'm pretty sure it came like off the rise of Pitch Perfect. I might be wrong about that, but it was just it was a reality show about them like going to a competition, and they played a little snippet of the SoCal vocals singing Bang Bang, and from that moment on I was obsessed, and I will continue to be obsessed. Finesse is great. I love the feeling it gives me. It makes me feel like I can take on the world. That might sound dramatic, but the song makes me feel like I'm in a movie. The two songs make me feel like I'm, you know, girl boss, that woman. That's it for music. Those are the 5 songs I'm gonna recommend today, as like my June, my homage to June. My homage to June. I don't even know how many I watched, because I'm not about to count this list. I'm lazy. But just know I watched a bunch of movies, because sometimes I just have little stints where that's all I do at night. I'll stay up till like 5 a.m. just watching movies. I'm so quirky. I'm not like other girls. One of the first films that I decided to watch in June, this was June 8th, I'm pretty sure. So I was like a week into June, and I said, you know what, movies, let's go. And I decided to watch Bring It On.
Go Taurus! Go Taurus! Go Taurus! Go! Go! Go Taurus! Our game is fierce and we are hip, so get on back. You can't touch this. Our game is bad. We're without peer, so get that weakness out of here.
I had never seen Bring It On. Sue me. Do it. I don't know how I have gone my whole life without watching this movie. It's fantastic. At first when I was watching it, I couldn't really get into it because I felt like I was watching something that was cliche. You know what I mean? It's like when you watch, I'm trying to think of a movie that's cliche. That's like notoriously. I can't think of one. Oh, it's like when you watch The Kissing Booth and you're like, this is horrible because it's cliche. But then you realize Bring It On was the blueprint. So that's why everything else feels like a cliche, because Bring It On was the blueprint. They did this, they were the originals. And so I had to remind myself of that. And so the rest of the movie was easier to watch, because I was like, this is the blueprint. This is why everybody does this. This is why this trope is popular, because of Bring It On. So by the time I finished it, it was like a 5 out of 5 for me. I think specifically I gave it, oh no, actually I gave it 4 stars out of 5. Out of all the chick flicks I've watched and will watch in the future, this will probably be closer to the bottom of the list in terms of like every other one I'm going to watch. And the next movie I watched was In the Heights. Da, da, in Washington Heights.
Snappy all night, you barely even danced with me.
Don't make me laugh, I've been trying all night. You've been shaking your ass for like half of the heights.
Real nice.
I watched it twice. I did. The first time I watched In the Heights, I was in theaters, because this was my movie theater debut, by the way. Like, this was me coming back to the theater since quarantine started. And it was money well spent, let me tell you. I love the movie. I think it's great. I know there's a lot of controversy surrounding it. I think you can acknowledge that things are great and really well put together, and still like see the faults in them, see where we can do better in the future. And In the Heights is one of those movies. It was just an all-around great time. I have never seen a stage production of In the Heights, so I was kind of going in cold. I know that they cut out Nita's mom for some reason, and I think there were a few songs that were cut out, but I wouldn't know any different because I've never seen the Broadway version or a stage version in my life. But it was a lot of fun. The cast is so talented. I was hype at every number. Vanessa is a buzzkill, but I'm not gonna get too into that. The soundtrack is downloaded on my library because I thought it was that great. I had that much fun watching it. It's just a grand old time. I gave it, let's see how many stars I gave it. I gave it approximately 5 stars. More realistically, I'll probably give it about 4.5. So like right between a 4 and a 5. Because while it was great, by the end I wasn't as satisfied as I thought I would be. I feel like I went through so many emotions during that, like the end result, which I will not spoil, didn't feel as like final as I wanted it to. I was left kind of wondering about some things. So that's all I have to say for In the Heights. It was good. I'm sure the numerous testimonials from celebrities are more tangible than anything I'll ever give to you people. Next, I'm going to talk about this movie and we're going to move past it. I watched Next Level.
I want to welcome you to the Next Level Performing Arts Academy.
Doing what I came to do.
Close your eyes and imagine every like tween-age TikToker you can. It stars them. It's like, I think it's the same people who made the Chicken Girls, because it was a lot of like the social media stars from that realm of the world. And you know what? I can sit here and like just talk bad about the movie, but it was just that. It was bad. It was fun, but it was bad. Sometimes having fun isn't enough. I want to say it was like a fever dream. It feels like something they kind of shot on their phone. I will say that I am proud of them. Claps to them for like writing songs for it, writing actual songs and attempting choreography. But it was just a whole lot of nothing. And I wouldn't recommend anybody watch it unless you're incredibly intoxicated or you just really like bad movies. I gave it 1 star, which was generous. Usually I give movies like that half a star, but my head was bobbing at some of the songs, so I had to expose myself for the culture. Next, I watched The King of Staten Island.
What are those numbers on your arm?
Oh, that's the date my dad died. He was a fireman. Died in a fire 17 years ago.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Don't be. It's fine.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Not your dad.
Snaps to the cast and crew, let me tell you. So during like the course of this summer, I've kind of been getting a lot into watching like SNL clips. So I ended up getting into a lot of interviews with Pete Davidson and his story and his point of view on the world. And he's just an all-around interesting dude. It was nice to see how it developed, because the first thing I did before I even watched the movie was I watched like the HBO Max like first look like a few days prior to watching the movie. And it really got me interested in the story. So I'd say definitely do some research before you watch the movie, because it'll help things like fall into context and it'll just make you more proud than anything. I think that's a good word to describe it. It's just a fun time. I say that about every movie, but like I feel like that's the most important part of movies, is having fun. And I definitely had fun watching this, and it was an interesting watch for sure. Now, we're to the movie that literally changed my life. If you follow me on Twitter, if you follow me on TikTok, you know that I watched was magnificent. 5 stars. I don't even have to look because I know I gave it 5 stars. because my life was changed utterly and thoroughly. Like, it's a beautiful movie to look at, first of all. The premise is, while the premise is like not unique, it's just kind of like, you know, character wants something, character goes and gets it. Pixar does what they do best. If one thing Pixar is gonna do is they're gonna make you love their characters. No matter how many times we've seen this story get told, every single time I'm gonna love it, because you just fall in love with the characters and like just the world. There we go. I think Pixar does a really good job of bringing you into the world of whatever movie you're watching. You watch Toy Story, you're like, I'm in Toy Story Land, and it's over, it's done, and you're like, that was Toy Story, it was amazing. You watch The Little Mermaid, which a lot of people compare Luca to, and you're like, that was wonderful. She wanted something, she went for it, and she got it, period. And that's what you do with Luca. Honestly, if you don't like it, there's something wrong with you. It was that good. Like, I was just so happy. And yes, I did sob at the end, because I told you I'm emotional, and this movie was easy to like pour your emotions into. If you're looking for something that's going to like change your life, watch Luca. I'm not even kidding. I know I'm laughing, but it's because just I can't get over it. And the voice actors are really, really good. I enjoyed like the whole production. 5 stars. Claps to that movie. I should have saved that one for last, honestly. So after I watched Luca, I watched John Mulaney and the Sack Lunch Bunch.
Grandma's got a boyfriend. Grandma's got a boyfriend. It's a little weird at first, but then you say it twice. Grandma's got a boyfriend, and I think he's pretty nice.
Because I needed something that was gonna like, you know, Luca ends happily. That's how all Pixar movies end. You're happy by the end. That's not a spoiler, because that's just Disney. You're gonna be happy at the end. But I was like, I need to watch something a little like stupid. Just like to get me like back in like my silly goofy mood. I was reflecting too much on my life by the end of Luca, that I was like, I need to watch something that doesn't require any thought. So I turned on John Mulaney and the Sack Lunch Bunch, and boy, I'm glad I did. When it first started, I was like, okay. And I was like, nothing was really clicking. I was just kind of like starting it. I was still reeling from Luca, obviously. And then Grandma's Got a Boyfriend started playing. And I ascended, literally. Like, there are spots on the ceiling from where my body like slammed into it and dropped back down. That, I've never laughed harder. Something about it just made me laugh so hard. And that's honestly how I was through the entire special, because it was so it was just so unique and funny, and it gave me hope for the future of movies, because it was something I'd never seen before personally. You know, I had seen movie musicals, I know variety shows, but the humor was just so unique, and the kids were so talented, and John Mulaney's such a talented writer, that when it was all said and done, you just have a great movie on your hands. 5 stars. Definitely recommend if you're a fan of SNL or John Mulaney or just comedy movies or musicals in general, because it was just good, and it was like, it was refreshing. That's a good word for it. I could see like years from now more movies like this being made because of John Mulaney and just like his influence he has on this generation. And I know for me, it changed the way I saw like comedy and like writing and what I viewed as funny, because even though humor is subjective, there are things that I feel like are just universally hilarious, and John Mulaney does a good job of finding those things. So I really enjoyed that movie. And that's it. That's all the media I consumed in June 2021. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any recommendations, or if you want me to recommend any more movies, or I don't even know what I'm trying to say. If you have anything you want me to watch, if you have anything you think I would be interested in reading, listening to, definitely leave them in the comments. Let me know your thoughts on these movies and music and the book, if you have any thoughts on that. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.